Come back. Proposition 22 would, if passed, exempt rideshare companies such as Uber and Lyft and delivery companies such as Doordash from being required to hire their drivers and no longer use them as independent contractors. It's the result of Assembly Bill 5, passed and signed by the governor, which eliminated independent contract work in California with notable exceptions. With us is Doug Mead. He's an Uber driver based out of Palm Springs. He represents the yes side. And Alma Hernandez, executive director of Service Employees International Union. She represents the no side. So, Doug, we'll start with you. College debates always start with the affirmative. Why are you supporting Prop 22?
Well, Prop 22 is really all about flexibility and keeping flexibility for independent contractors in the rideshare and food delivery industries. And that's important to us because, as a driver, myself, I can work basically when I want and how I want. And I can also work for multiple platforms as well. If I were to be forced to become an employee, then, I would have to basically work a set schedule because really currently there's no employers that offer the flexibility that I currently enjoy now. Drivers will be guaranteed 120% of minimum wage. And that's not capped. So if you're making currently $30 an hour as a driver, you can continue making that. The bare minimum, it would be 120% of minimum wage. Plus, there's a health insurance stipend. There's quite a few benefits that are offered through Prop 22 that I think that I know that all independently contracted drivers would enjoy.
Ms. Hernandez, why should voters vote against this ballot measure?
This year has laid bare the consequences that the economy has had on workers in California. And Prop 22 rips the basic foundation out from under working people. It denies the workers basic rights like paid sick leave, workers' compensation, to unemployment benefits. Prop 22 was written by app companies for app companies, not drivers. This initiative shows how at odds Uber, Lyft, Doordash, and Instacart are in this moment in history and with our values. In this moment, this measure does not offer one single day of paid sick leave or paid family leave, and it erases any requirement to provide basic PPE. At a time when Americans support the Black Lives Matter movement and recognize the causes that systematic racism has had on our country, this measure takes away from Black, brown, and white folks and immigrant workers their basic rights and relegates them to a second tier of labor rights.
It seems to me there's a trade-off here. Let's take Vox, the journalistic enterprise. They had 200 independent contractors. Because of AB 5, they got rid of them, but they hired 20 people full-time. Therein lies the exchange. You'll have fewer work for independent contractors, but you will have some more full-time workers.
So there's this myth that there's something written that does not allow companies like Uber and Lyft and Doordash and Instacart to offer flexibility to the workers. There is nothing in state law that prevents these companies from being flexible in their schedule and in the way they want to work. There is nothing flexible about not having a basic minimum wage that they say is offered. 120% of minimum wage is offered, but let's be really honest. It is not a full minimum wage because they don't pay the drivers for the entire time they're driving. They pay the drivers only when they are on their way and picking up a driver. So it's like only a minimum wage in name only.
The argument is that you would be better off as a full-time worker and that most Uber drivers want the protections that full-time work in California provides.
As an independent contractor, I'm basically running my own business. So if I'm running my own business and doing it properly, then I'm taking steps to be able to take time off when I want to be able to take time off. If I want to take a few weeks off, if I've managed my business properly, I will be able to do that. So quite clearly, there are a great number of rideshare and food delivery drivers that are in support of Prop 22 because of what the proposal offers and because they get to keep their flexibility. So I don't believe we're in the minority at all.
Doug Mead, Uber driver from Palm Springs for the Yes on 22 campaign. Alma Hernandez, Executive Director, Service Employees International Union, representing the no side. Thank you to both of you for joining us.